What's up, teammates?
We are back and we're about to show y'all the amenities of our luxury building. Like, comment, subscribe.
Make sure y'all hit that bell so y'all miss any upcoming videos.
From D-Town to H-Town, you know that I got you, girl. Know that I'm gonna love you forever. It's my town and your town. Now that we're here, we gon' build this empire together. When you smile, I smile. As long as I got you, I'm gon' make sure that you smile forever. You're two down, I'm so proud. No matter the weather, we gon' pull through the storms together. You're my queen and I'm your king. You're my love, my everything. You have my heart and yours with me. I'm feeling like it's destiny.
Okay, so this is the Skybox area, and it's basically just a big area. You got a bar here. You can, like, if you want to have an event or something, invite friends over, you can put food and stuff up here. And then down here, there's chairs, tables, nice comfy couches, and it got Wi-Fi in here.
You say it got Wi-Fi?
Yeah, Wi-Fi. That's it. So you can, it says no food or drink, so maybe you can't put your food up there. But if it was allowed, you can put your food up there.
Why wouldn't, man, they better go on. There's tables in here to eat. You talking about, we just eating.
And this is the view from up here.
Look at the views.
You can literally see everything from here.
You can see the whole damn city.
I see malls, hospitals. This is where we used to come up here and do our videos at too.
Say it again?
I said this is where we used to come up to do our videos and stuff. We'll just put our little camera and stuff like right here, use this natural lighting. Video be good.
Truth. So yeah, guys, that's the amenities. Y'all see the pool down there? It look even better down from up here, don't it?
Alright y'all, so now that you have seen the full tour of the apartment and the amenities that came with it, now we want to tell you a little bit about how we came up on the luxury apartment, how much it cost, and everything else that y'all wanted to know.
Indeed, indeed.
So if you're moving to Merida, there's two ways that you can find places to live. So you can either go through Realtors or you can find it yourself. So for this spot, like some places will want you to pay like 3 deposits in order to get in. But that's the best part about Merida in Mexico to me, because once like the process of getting into the place is not as hard as it is in America. In America, they want you to have your social security number, they want you to pay this much, and it's gonna be, you know, 2-3 weeks before you can move in and all of that. In Mexico, it's not that much. Like, it's not that much of a hassle in order to find a place.
Let me break down the 3 deposits, because people hear 3 deposits and they like, well, why am I paying 3 deposits? So one is like the traditional security deposit that you're moving in. The other one is your first month, and then the third one is if you don't have a aval. I think it's aval. So the aval is basically owning property in Mexico. Not specifically just in Mexico, you have to own a property in Merida. So it's like very, very rare that you have that, so where you'll be able to skip out on that, that additional deposit. If you do not own property in Merida, you will be paying an eval unless you come across some extenuating circumstances or find somebody that's just feeling really friendly and they don't care.
Right. So most of the time you're going to be paying 3 deposits. So that's what we have to do. Once we found somebody to work with, a realtor, whatever, it's just like the process of finding somewhere to stay in the States with the realtor. They're going to find the places for you, email them to you and say, hey, I found this place. This matches your, what your needs are, whatever. And when we first got to Mexico, the second time, like a few months ago, the only thing that we wanted was a 1-bedroom place. We wanted it to have a balcony or a private pool or something like that. And we wanted to be very modern and luxury. That's what we wanted.
That's a requirement.
Yeah, that was a requirement. We already knew about those apartments before we even got here. So when they was like, oh, we got this place to show you, we was like, yes, let's go see it. Let's go see it. So we went to see it and we loved it. So.
It's a hassle. Finding a place is a hassle, especially if you're working with different realtors. Like, realtors here aren't the same as they are in the States. They're not licensed. Anybody can pretty much be a realtor. If you have connections in the city and you know places, you can say, hey, I'm a realtor. So with that, if you don't have a point of contact or connections already when you come, you may run through a lot of realtors that's not really listening to what you want. They're just showing you anything that they feel like. So it's important to find somebody that kind of understands what you're looking for and can give you that, or just do it yourself. You literally can ride past places and see the WhatsApp numbers and contact the owners yourself if you know a little Spanish or you know a translator. There's multiple ways to get it done, but don't let nobody take advantage of you down here.
I feel like you can be taking advantage of both ways, because if you are working with a realtor, I remember a few times we was working with a realtor and they would only show us places from their friends, or only show us places that they homeboy owned or something like that, and we okay,
trash.
This is not what we asked for. Then they okay, I'll show you another place, and that wasn't what we asked for. I'm okay, you taking advantage of our time, our energy, you tripping.
We went through, when we originally got here, I probably contacted maybe 5 to 10 realtors. After that initial contact, when they send those properties over, only a few of them got a response back, because they literally make you tell them everything you're looking for before they even send you some properties. So if I do all of this typing and telling you what we're looking for, and you don't send me stuff that even look remotely close, I'm not even going to waste your time or our time by going to see them. So a lot of people got cut off just from the initial selection of properties they sent us. And then other people, we went around and seen different things, and then they kind of understood what we were looking for. And that's, once you find the people that know what you're looking for, that's who you want to stick with, because it's real hard.
And like I said, we wanted something very luxury, very modern. We wasn't trying to settle at all. We settled the first time we came here. We wasn't settling. So like I said, they found this spot. We found some realtors that really understood our taste and what we wanted. They found our spot for us. We went to tour and was oh yeah, this it. Yeah. So
it was more than we wanted to pay.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Go ahead.
It was more than we wanted to pay. We came with a specific budget in mind for our 1-bedroom, 1-bath, because we didn't need much. So when opportunity came for that place, it was out of budget, but it was also more space than we needed. So it kind of made a little more sense. And it's a place we actually wanted,
Like Sam was saying, we only wanted a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. That's all we wanted, because we it's just us two and our dog Drizzy. That's all we wanted. But then when we got another dog,
Brownie,
it was okay, this was a good deal at one point, but now we need even more space than what we expected to. So we needed to find somewhere else, and that's the reason why we moved out. But since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about the prices.
I know y'all been waiting on these numbers, so let's get these numbers out. So for the home, this includes the maintenance, this includes the internet that's already there. As you've seen, the house was fully furnished. And the amenities, but it was certain things that you might have to rent, on demand, whatever. But 20,000 pesos per month is what we paid. And a lot of people are what is 20,000 pesos? So right now, that's a little bit over $1,100 per month, depending on where the dollar is right now. I remember the first time we came and we paid 20,000 pesos, that was $1,000 per month. So it went up over $100 for the same exact price. But hey, you gotta, you know, it's still cheaper than what we're used to paying.
See, $1,000, like, I know a lot of people are gonna look at this video and like, $1,000 per month, y'all paid that in Mexico? Like, that's a lot of money. And it do sound like a lot of money. And I feel like now that looking back, I'm like, yeah, it was a lot of money. But if you think about everything that we were getting, and it was exactly what we wanted, if we could get all of those things in America, like back in Houston, that would have cost us at least $3,000 or $4,000. So we like, just $1K for all of this, you know, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you got the fingerprint scanner, so you know if your fingerprint don't go in the building, you're not coming in type thing. You know, you gotta have your fingerprint to get in the main door and your fingerprint to get up the elevator. That privacy and security, that's what we wanted, and that's kind of made it worth the money we were spending, honestly.
And it was 24-hour security, so I never felt unsafe. Like, I knew that nobody could ever just come up to our door. Like, nobody could ever just, you know, slide by security. It wasn't that type of deal. So I felt like it was very much worth it. And like we said, when we first got in there, we had to pay three times the rent, like 3 deposits.
3 deposits. So it was 60,000. No, it was 65,000 pesos actually, because we had to pay a 5,000 peso lawyer fee.
Okay, so it was 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 5,000.
So I'm glad we said this. Sometimes you will have to. It may be more than 3. Sometimes it may be more than 3 deposits, just because you may have to pay a notary fee or a lawyer fee for drawing up your lease and your contract. Sometimes that can be as high as 1 month's rent. We got lucky and we only had to pay 5,000 pesos, so which was a fourth of the rent. But when we came the first time, that fee was 20,000 pesos.
Right.
So you spend a lot of people might think it's a lot of money, but to me, I don't really think it's a lot because of the lax requirements. They're not looking at your credit. Mm-hmm. They're not looking at your bank account statements. They don't care where you work for. They're not calling to see, hey, is this person, they don't care about that. If you got the money to pay for it, it's yours. They go the keys.
And with that being said, like I said earlier, it's much easier to get a place out of the country than in America. Because like Sam said, they're not checking no rental history. They're not checking no social, no where you working at and nothing like that. And then, like I said earlier, in America, like we did a lot of apartment hunting, and first off they want a lot of money, and then they like, oh, it's not going to be available until, you know, you got to wait a month or 3 weeks, or even after you start doing the paperwork, it's still another 2-week process, 3-week process. So if you need a place now, you kind of out of luck. But here in Mexico, from our experience, like we've always, as long as we had the money, the 3 deposits, the notary fee and all of that, we've always been able to get our keys that day. Like, it's no waiting, no 3-month period, 3-week period, none of that. It's like, you got the money, let's sign these papers and you can have your key, let's move in. So I love it.
And that's how it works. So like, if you watched our first house tour, you seen how empty that house was. We didn't have a toaster. We didn't have anything.
And see, that was called an unfurnished place. Here in Mexico, this is my first time. I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but I know this is my first time ever experiencing being able to move into furnished places, like a house, apartment, whatever. If it's, you know, you can either choose from unfurnished or furnished. Our last place that Sam was talking about, that big house, unfurnished. So that means we had to buy this and couches and beds and all of that.
And we weren't looking to do that on this time. So we was like, yo, we came in looking for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, fully furnished with a balcony. We got us a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, fully furnished. And fully furnished doesn't even essentially mean pots, dishes, plates, microwaves, all of that, blenders, those type of things, TVs. None of that. We just happened to get all that. We even had couches. Like, we had everything, literally. We had everything literally to just bring our bags and move in. We got the house clean and we moved right in. Like,
right. For 20,000 pesos, so a little bit over $1,000, we got beds, couches, TVs, pot, washer and dryer, like everything we needed.
Definitely had a washer and dryer in there as well.
For $1,000, like a little over $1,000, like, I don't know. But yeah, that's how, I mean, all of that worked out for us. But now we have, you know, moved out of that place, our luxury apartment. We enjoyed it, but we needed a little bit more space. We got another dog now. And we was like, it was just the hassle of going up and down the elevator. That elevator that Sam was talking about, you got to put your fingerprint to get up or down or whatever.
But you got to wait on it to come get you first. It's 14 floors?
14 floors in that building.
14 floors, 2 elevators. So it's like,
I was waking up at like 5 a.m. to take our new puppy, he wasn't potty trained. So I was waking up at like 5 a.m. every morning. We were going down the elevator up and down 4 or 5 times a day to take him downstairs to the grass so he can potty, then coming back upstairs. It was just too much. I'm like, babe, we need a place that we can just open the door and let him just go. Yeah,
and I was with that. Like that walking was just too much. So now we have a situation where we can just open the door and let them go use the bathroom. So you know, we're gonna always find a solution for all our problems, man. So
yeah, so that is our video about our luxury apartment, how much it costs of getting into it, and all of that.
And the amenities. So y'all can't say we forgot anything. If we did forget something, let us know in the comments, man, because we try to remember as much as we can, but sometimes we may forget.
I hope that this video was informational for you, educational, and all of that. So if you're interested in more content like this, let us know in the comments what else you want to know so we can get that out. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss no upcoming videos.
And until next time, peace.